Nobody expected the New England Patriots to pull the plug on minicamp early, but that's exactly what happened, and it might have revealed more than anyone thought. Mike Vrabel quietly cut the practice schedule from 3 days down to 2. No explanation beyond team meetings and weight room work. But here's the twist. When you cut reps in half, every moment on the field matters twice as much. Every throw, every mistake, every stare from the coaching staff suddenly feels like it carries final roster weight. In a league where jobs are won by inches, Vrabel just turned up the heat without warning. This decision wasn't just about weather, scheduling, or player rest. It was a statement, a message to the roster: you better show up locked in, because your shot might come and go in a single practice. And you could feel that pressure in the air. Players were sharper, coaches more intense. Even the media started reading into every move like it was week 1. With training camp still weeks away, these 2 days became the Patriots' unofficial proving ground, and the message was clear. No more patience, no more learning curves. If you want a job, earn it now. And nobody embraced that moment like Drake Maye. The rookie quarterback didn't flinch, didn't hesitate, and didn't just participate, he dominated. But what's driving this sudden leap in performance? Why are veterans praising him? And why are defenders starting to get frustrated? The real answer might reveal the first glimpse of New England's future under center. Let's get into it. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Patriots and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. Something changed at Patriots minicamp, and it wasn't just the schedule, it was the way Drake Maye took over. While other rookies eased into their roles, Maye showed up like someone who already knew the job was his to lose. In just 2 practices, he completed 28 of 34 passes with a red zone dominance that stunned even the veterans. He wasn't checking it down. He was carving up tight windows, finding Pop Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, and Trevion Henderson with absolute confidence. But here's what nobody saw. Coming, he opened one session by completing 8 straight passes, in the red zone no less. That's not normal rookie behavior, that's a signal. And it wasn't just the stats, it was how he played. Maye went directly at Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis, the Patriots' top corners, like he had something to prove. He wasn't rattled, he was calculated. That fearless approach isn't just gutsy, it's contagious. Coaches noticed. So did his teammates. He called out mismatches, tested elite defenders, and made decisions like someone who's already memorized the playbook. The kid didn't just flash potential, he looked like the real deal in motion. But here's where things get even more interesting. Maye's sudden rise isn't happening in a vacuum. It's building chemistry with one man who could redefine the Patriots' offense if he's truly back. And based on what we just saw from him, he might be ahead of schedule. Let's talk about Stefon Diggs. The Patriots weren't supposed to have Stefon Diggs at full speed this soon, not after tearing his ACL just months ago. But somehow, he's already cutting on a dime, running sharp routes, and hauling in throws like nothing ever happened. That's not speculation, that's footage. From planting with full force to sprinting across the field without hesitation, Diggs is moving like a player months ahead of schedule. And that's not just a good sign for New England, it might be the biggest offseason win they've had. Because if he's healthy for week 1, everything about this offense changes overnight. But what's turning heads even more than his speed is the energy. Diggs isn't just working, he's mentoring, teaching, and lifting up guys like Efton Chisholm and Lan Larison. He's vocal, he's hyped. He's celebrating rookie touchdowns like a guy who's been on this team for years. This version of Diggs isn't just recovering, he's evolving into a leader, and that might be the most unexpected twist of all. No off-field noise, no drama, just a veteran locked into his new environment with something to prove. And if that wasn't enough, the head coach himself is taking notice. Mike Vrabel, who rarely hands out compliments, couldn't stop praising Diggs' commitment and intensity. That's when you know it's real. But as one star rises back into form, another unit was quietly building something that could shake the AFC. And what they showed on day 2 flipped the entire minicamp narrative. Let's talk defense. Everything changed the moment practice moved indoors. The Patriots' defense didn't just show up, they made a statement. From the first snap, they brought pressure, energy, and total disruption. Keon White exploded through the line, Milton Williams collapsed pockets, and Marcus Jones broke up passes like he was in midseason form. But it was Christian Gonzalez who stole the spotlight. In tight man coverage, he reached back and hauled in a one-handed interception that had the entire building buzzing. No pads, no problem, this defense came ready to dominate. The secondary looked lethal, not just in highlight plays, but in consistency. Cam Riley and Alex Austin were all over receivers. Pressure up front, forced rushed throws, and every breakdown seemed to end with a defender making a play. It wasn't just one series, it lasted the entire day. This wasn't a lucky run. It was a full-team defensive display that overwhelmed the offense. Even Drake Maye, who'd been sharp all week, looked rattled at times. That kind of pushback is exactly what you want to see heading into the long break before training camp. But what made this performance even more meaningful was the way it exposed one unresolved question that could still haunt this roster. The talent is clear, the hunger is there, but one position remains in flux, and it might determine just how far this team can really go. It all starts with the man at left guard. Let's get into it. With every other position starting to stabilize, the Patriots' left guard spot remains a glaring question mark. And right now, that spotlight is shining directly on Cole Strange. After Wes Schweitzer unexpectedly announced his retirement, the door swung wide open, but not with excitement, with pressure. Strange, once a first-round pick, is now fighting to prove he belongs in that role long-term. The team declined his fifth-year option, making this season a make-or-break situation. He's no longer competing for a future, he's competing to stay relevant. The reps are his for now, but not without scrutiny. There were moments during minicamp where the pocket collapsed early, and even with no pads on, it was clear the protection wasn't fully holding. Garrett Bradbury is holding down the center, but that left interior still looks vulnerable. Names like Sidney So and Jared Wilson are quietly waiting for their chance, and one solid training camp stretch could flip the depth chart. Strange might have seniority, but that means nothing if performance doesn't follow. The battle in the trenches is far from over, and the left guard war could reshape this entire offense. But while that question still lingers, something else is becoming undeniable. A rookie wideout is turning heads with every rep, every route, and one impossible catch that might have just earned him a roster lock. Let's talk about Kyle Williams. Nobody saw it coming, but Kyle Williams just made the loudest noise of minicamp, and he did it without saying a word. One deep shot, one fearless leap in tight double coverage. One 50-yard bomb that dropped straight into his hands and sent a message across the league: this rookie isn't here to blend in, he's here to break through, and that one play wasn't a fluke. It was the highlight of a week where Williams consistently showed timing, chemistry, and confidence far beyond expectations for a rookie receiver. What's making him special isn't just the deep ball, it's the way he's syncing with Drake Maye. After a rough first rep in OTAs, something clicked. Since then, they've looked in rhythm routes hitting on time, adjustments being made mid-play, and a trust factor that's rare this early. For a Patriots team desperately needing speed and separation, Williams might be the missing piece they didn't even realize they had. He's not just making catches, he's earning trust. So now the real question is, what's the ceiling for this team if everything clicks? Drake Maye keeps developing, Diggs is healthy and locked in, the defense looks ready, and special teams has a game changer in the making. Could this version of the Patriots sneak into the playoffs? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're riding the Patriots wave this year, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed.